What's poppin', y'all? This is the Head of the Game podcast, and let's just get right into it. So I'm on the back half of my third week doing this regional dedicated account for Family Dollar, and I can't lie. The Family Dollar is a very controversial, like all the dollar accounts. I feel like it's a controversial account for trucking because unlike most trucking, unless you're doing like flatbed or things of that nature, manual labor isn't really like a big part of trucking. Like it is in certain sectors, but in general, nah, it's just mostly driving, right? Um, this specific account, I feel like it will make you well rounded because of the drive and the kind of driving, right? Because you're driving those dedicated, you're driving like it's OTR. You are over the road. The physicality of unloading the packages, you feel me? Getting your body accustomed and acclimated to that kind of perpetual just movement, and that within itself is challenging. Then your backing skills, so like your IQ, your judgment, as far as like space and perception and things of that nature, that intensifies us as well because a lot of times I ain't gonna lie, you are gonna have to learn how to blindside back. You know, my last couple of stores, I had to pull out into the middle of the street and blindside back into a driveway with a dumpster and a wall on my blind side, which is the passenger side, and cars and things of that nature still in the parking lot on my driver's side. So from what I've heard, you can make a lot of money off this account. But there's a lot of tricks to the trade. There's a lot of things that that kind of just fall into this gray area kind of sense, right? But for the most part, right, um, it's challenging. You feel me? It's challenging to, especially this is my first CDL job. First CDL job, no experience. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This is the most toughest job I've ever had by far. And it's just your IQ has to heighten you, because everybody starts at everybody has their floors and their ceilings, right? How they start off at, as far as the floor, and then their potential, which may be up here. So you're gonna have a person that has a high floor but a low ceiling, meaning that you come in getting it right away, but there's not much to learn and understand. And there could be somebody that has a low floor, but it may be even a higher ceiling. So with all that being said, getting to the point, which is like OTR in general, and this is just for the general public, right? This is for people that have no idea about trucking, interested in trucking, wanting to get their CDL, wanting to get out there. Maybe they feel like their back is against the wall, and this may be an opportunity to help them break through. Here are some things you're going to have to consider right off the bat. And I'm only 3 weeks in, and I've already experienced a lot of the lifestyle adjustments you're going to have to get used to. So, 401, first and foremost, your support system. This is going to put a strain on your support system, and this is going to really pull away people that either support you or even capable of supporting you, or maybe they were just there, I don't want to say holding you back, but just only around you just because you were in a certain predicament, right? Your support system. Because sometimes you're alone most of the time if you're not doing teams. So you're not home like that. Consider yourself moving away. And you only can come back home and visit. Because your new home is on the road. That's basically the concept of OTR, over the road trucking, right? Second thing, um, I can see how somebody can deteriorate out here when it comes down to their hygiene, their upkeep, their well-being, because access to showers, access to laundry mats, access to hygienic stuff, as far as brushing your teeth and making sure you got deodorant and things of that nature. I feel like that's one of those things. That's one of those tough things that I feel like nobody wants to talk about, because I just feel like most people just assume that people just supposed to get themselves together, right? You're just supposed to find a way to do it. If you're one of those people that just finds a way to do stuff, this may not apply to you. But those that are brought out of their norm or their comfort zone and have to make a substantial adjustment, like brushing your teeth at truck stops, or brushing your teeth outside, or having to use the bathroom, using a pee bottle and things of that nature, like making sure that ahead of time, because OTR, over the road trucking, is all about premeditation. Premeditation. That's just pretty much sums up over the road trucking. Like, and you gotta premeditate and set things up so far in advance, so that way everything is kind of transitioning and following along with each other seamlessly, right? So your preparation, as far as your clothes, your upkeep, your essentials, your accessories, things of that nature, big time, big time. Making sure you got your water, your snacks, especially if you got a 4 or 5 hour drive with no stops in between. Yeah, you're gonna definitely have to make sure that everything is within your reach, making sure you use the bathroom before you drive that long duration of time. You feel me? Everything is premeditated when it comes down to over the road trucking. And even outside of the essentials that you need, even the skill set that you may have to have is all premeditated. So, for instance, the Family Dollar account, or any account, if anybody looking to get on this account, and it could be for whatever mega carrier you rocking with, right? The number one thing I would advise is that before you drive 4 or 5 miles, 4 or 5 hours, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours straight. Well, maybe not straight, as far as 10, do your reset, but you driving a long duration of time. Make sure you look up the Family Dollar on Google Maps. You have to see how you got to set yourself up, because you drive that long duration of time and you finally get to your destination. And because these Family Dollars be in shopping centers and things of that nature, and the freight door is literally like a door, it's not even like a freight door, it's like a regular door. It could be any door on either side of the shopping center. You feel me? Or either side of the Family Dollar. So you then have to premeditate and telegraph the way you're going to have to go in and set yourself up to be able to align yourself towards the door. And it's not only just getting to the door, but angling the trailer to where the rollers is able to attach themselves from the door into your trailer. And it's tough. It's tough on your back. It's tough on your mind. You definitely got to be good with your money. That right there cannot be overlooked. If you're not good with your finances, this kind of lifestyle is going to deteriorate you. It just is. It's going to deteriorate you. Only because you're going to feel like you're literally working this hard for nothing. If you splurging, you're not saving, you don't got a game plan. And that's probably the biggest thing out of all of this, right? What is your end game? What is your goal? not only you should be trying to, depending on if your situation, because I know initially when people come into this industry, it's just they back against the wall. They just trying to get away from where they don't care where they going. They just know where they leaving from. Cool, granted, but you don't want to jump out of the way of a getting hit by a car to then end up getting hit by a train. And that just saying that you don't want to leave one lifestyle that was leaving you compromised just to get in this, and then you're dealing with a whole new slew of stress and neglect, self-neglect, and things of that nature. So money skills definitely got to be on point. So if you got a vice of, and honestly, that's the benefit out of this, is because you're not at home, you're really not gonna have much to spend your money on outside of food, showers, and trucking and parking spots, which can be expensive because them truck stops are expensive. Feel me? Things of that nature. Well, overall, man, this is a great opportunity. You feel me? So this isn't a video to deter or have people feel discouraged from getting into this industry or even this account specifically. I'm just highlighting the things you're going to have to transition and endure to be able to reap the benefits of being in this position, right? It's a lot of variables. And then on top of that, I just got trained to pull doubles, right? I was pulling two double trailers yesterday. Got my certification for that. Though I've already had the endorsement, I had to be recertified or actually trained on it. You feel me? So you get the endorsement. It's kind of like your hazmat, right? So if you want to get into like being a fuel hauler, yeah, you got your endorsement to be able to do it, but then you have to go under training to actually know how to execute. You feel me? The execute whatever you're doing. You feel me? Like regarding that. So, but I mean, like I said, outside of that, this is fun. You feel me? It's fun. You get to travel. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Like, oh, all you is on the road. You don't get to see nothing. Like, man, I done seen, like, people, especially people that rock with nature, man, crazy terrains and grassland and all kinds of animals like deer and sheep and, and you're seeing snow and you're in the mountains, and it's challenging. So those that are always gravitated towards a challenge, I would say this is the wave right here. This is where you need to be, because it's gonna have you mature in so many different aspects. You wouldn't believe it, you know. But yeah, overall OTR, man, like over the road, like I can't imagine. And I'm home weekly, right? So I can imagine being gone 3-4 weeks at a time, coming home for a couple of days and having to leave again. And I don't got a family, I don't got kids and none of that. And this is taxing on me, and I'm back home every week. So salute to those that doing the true OTR. You feel me? The over the road 48 states. Salute to y'all, man. Y'all doing it. You feel me? I get a little bit of that, because I am going from different states and things of that nature, but I'm not going long durations, periods of times, trying to, it's a hybrid job. You feel me? It's long drives, but then it's long hours, emptying out a trailer with anywhere from 1,700 to like 3,000 packages or boxes, and you got to do it in 1 or 2 days. It's tough. It's tough on the body, tough on the mind. And those that are on this account that's probably been here, 2 years, 3 years, 9, 6, 8 months, whatever the case may be, can definitely attest that, I will tell you this, and this is the last thing I'm going to leave it at this, right? When you're moving these packages, it's going to hurt your back, right? But don't panic. Don't sit up there and be like, all right, yeah, my body ain't built for this. My theory, and this is my theory, they say lift with your legs, not with your back. Okay. You're going to have to lift with your back, but your back muscles over time are going, because you're working muscles in your back that's not used to being worked on, right? Pause. But once your body recovers and it gets adjusted, you'll be fine. So that being said, comment, like, subscribe. I'll give y'all an update on this. I'm up out of here. Thanks for watching.